Welcome, everyone. I'm Bruce Schwartz, and thanks for subscribing. Thanks for connecting, everyone. This is what I caught in the sun last year, and never again seen, by the way. I was never able to catch this again on the sun, and it almost scared me because I had just started viewing the sun, and at one point, one afternoon, in the afternoon, 12 o'clock, lunchtime, the sun started acting very strangely, and all of a sudden, these spheres or balls were coming out of the sun. I mean, that's all I can call them. I highly doubt that planets were going through the sun. And again, they're not going through the sun, but they are either going over the sun or coming out of the sun. Is it plasma being ejected? Exhaustion from the sun, some type of exhaustion. It's funny because really not long after that, guys, and watch the next scene. I just got a beautiful, just yellow color, yellow tint over this to be able to see the details and look at the little spheres in the background. Just incredible. No matter what it is, I was just so lucky to have caught this. And look, geez, you see them sometimes at some point. It looks like they're going to smash in together, whatever the hell they are. But it was pretty intriguing. And I caught this last year. Several objects, several events. It was all around the world. It's not fake. It's all out there on the channels. Very concerning. And I've never stopped ever since looking up in the sky because there are just so many celestial objects that can be seen. Found an amazing way of magnifying these stars, and I've got myself, I mean, with my own devices and magnification techniques, deep constellations. I got the constellation over Orion, an amazing detail, and Betelgeuse and Rigel and a bunch of other stars, and it's just never ending. The study is never ending, and it's beautiful. And for those who want to share it with me and enjoy what I'm capturing, I'm really happy to have you all here. You know, on the moon recently, I've found what looks like activity. Okay, we see some type of UFOs moving around, but very close and pressed up against the surface, close to the craters, leaving you wonder just what the heck is going on up there. So, you know, we weren't told the truth. And my goal isn't here to discredit anyone or to start a channel so that we can thrash other people, but I am going to show you what is up there, and the people have the right to the truth. And I'm sure the way I'm going to be doing it, by not thrashing anyone and by just innocently exposing what I am capturing, maybe they'll leave the channel up and we'll be allowed to see what's out there. This object with a purplish gas or whatever cloud around it, reddish cloud around it, you can see the dot sphere inside of the cloud. It's actually coming pretty fast. Umbilical cord like object connected to the sun. Clouds passing by in front of it between me and the camera, so that proves it really is something moving, and it's moving away from the sun. It's actually, you know, the only other thing I think it could be is plasma ejecting from the sun, because right after, 7 days after NASA declared that there was a solar minimum, scientists were declaring it all around the world. So that's pretty incredible. This, an unknown celestial object. And I'm going to talk about my first unknown planet. I've only showed it 3 or 4 or 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 times. But I never really got that much comeback. And there she is. Just absolutely exquisite. You can see that it has a great similarity with the surface of the moon because of the high walls that we usually see. But these are massive. They look to be high elevated off the surface. Those ledges that we see everywhere, and at some points throughout the video, you will see these. Some of these, guys, I'm telling you, they look like writing. No, probably not writing, but I'm telling you, they really do look like writing. Pretty incredible. Look at the surface. This is an X-ray, and I love that centerpiece with the beautiful globe-like, spherical-like, saucer-shaped object. It's just incredible seeing it. And the fact that this is not the moon, the fact it's not a planet in our solar system, the fact it's a real surface of another object. I worked my ass off to get this one, and this is done with 15,000 ISO light shot into the image. Very small planet, and it was far. But you know what? For whatever the reason, the shot I got with my camera, my Fujifilm HS50 EXR, was exceptional and enough for us to get, I believe, probably about 5% of the surface of the planet. The rest was completely dark, including this area. But just look at these, look, backwards E's, and it looks like a question mark, and square in the center, and you can see it. And of course, the further these planets are, look at that. The further these planets are, well, of course, the harder it is to get, and the more atmospheric disturbance you could have between them. But isn't it exceptional? Imagine seeing a surface of all the planets like this, to be able to always capture what's out there. And this is what I'm trying to do, making it a collection of it. But unfortunately, when I started out with these videos, people were like, dude, you're unknown, nobody knows you, you're coming up with these amazing unknown celestial objects and planets and showing it nicer and closer than NASA. Impossible. People start questioning the devices, they question this, they question that. It's not the end of the world. It's not that hard to get a star. It's not that hard to master, to manipulate the camera. Look at this. Look at the lettering. It looks like lettering there on the surface. Ah, it's incredible. This is a planet surface that I find the most amazing. It's my first, and because of this surface, and my mother remembers, I ran out. Have you ever seen a 40-year-old, a 38-year-old guy? No, oh my God, how old was I? No, I was 41. A 41-year-old run to his mother and ask for a couple of thousand, for $1,000 or $1,100 to go get a 4-inch telescope. I should have jumped on the 14 right away. No regrets. That beautiful 4-inch telescope showed me so much. And for those who want to start doing telescopes, you could start out by something either at 4, 6, or 8-inch. I mean, that's also a very good telescope. Every telescope can get surface structures on the moon. Every telescope can get UFOs in the sky. It's just, it's different. The way it's done with another telescope is different. Sometimes the images are smaller, but still the work is there. Smaller telescopes do get very nice images of the moon. But look at this surface. I'm mesmerized by it. And it's everywhere. There's a high structure at the bottom, and a letter A-like object over to the right. And look at this. There's that structure right there. Star around it, whatever it may be. It's elevated. It's pretty high. The elevation is pretty high, and this is a far enough object, and we're just seeing this beautiful outlining on the surface. Just absolutely incredible. Unknown celestial object. Look at this. It looks like letters. I think the fact that I don't know what the planet is, it's even more incredible. I accept. That's all I want to do. I'm finding truth in my heart, because what I want to find is that we're not alone out there, and I'm finding more and more truth every day. But some people want explanations with everything, or everything needs a reason. Well, for me, I just let my eyes speak to me, and my heart tells me the rest. I stare at something and I see, and I try to judge. Base your findings and judgments on what your heart tells you, and not what the system has taught you. This, ladies and gentlemen, and for those who just arrived here, should be on the front page of the newspaper. 1. Clouds rolling by. Hold on, we'll see it closer. Clouds rolling by. Watch, I'll get an arrow up on the cloud rolling by over a colored surface. That's not all. It's very concerning that people aren't more interested in that. I'm not talking about you guys, right? I mean, thanks, but seriously, those first time arriving here, watching my video for the first time, you're going to say, what the fuck? Watch this. Colored surface, clouds, a light appears. Boom. Look over to the left right away. Look what appears. 3 other lights in a perfect triangular formation right now. Keep watching. Keep watching. I slowed it down. There. Unbelievable proof that someone is not just there, they're structuring there. We're looking at bloody lights lighting up on the surface. It's a structure. This is an object over cloud cover of a colorful surface. Hello? It's right there. Why do people say that, only one astronomer is getting this? Have you ever seen 2 people wake up in the morning and all of a sudden come up with the same idea? No. People aren't doing the work and editing that it takes to see these objects because they don't think that they're there. If I tell you, and I have before, to stop your video and to slow it down, your a 10-minute video, and to slow it down so that the video becomes half an hour long, sit down and stare at it. You'll never do it. Why? Maybe in 30 minutes of video, a 5-minute video that becomes 30 minutes of video, maybe you will see one thing that will astonish you for the rest of your life. And at least you'll know the truth, because it's not that hard to see what's going on up there. Are you guys seeing how many UFOs that I'm finding? And it's not a one-time event. Finding UFOs usually is not something that's common every day. But for me, it is, because the way I'm doing it, it's working. It's showing that there's activity everywhere and every time I go up during no matter what moon phase. We're at month number 4 now. Okay? We've been finding UFOs every month. A very special thank you to Tony Bedasari and Mike Hoisington. Guys, Tony and Mike, thanks for the contributions, and everyone else, and for all of you who come here to take the time to check out my videos. I thank you so much for the support. There's a lot being seen right now in these videos, and they're hard to believe. They're very controversial, but I assure you it's my honest work, and in my heart I really truly believe that there is life out there, and I thank you all for taking the time to stop by here to check out my research. Guys, if any of you have UFO videos that you'd like to have seen in a video on my channel, just send your videos to bruceswartz75acommercial@gmail.com and leave me your name. So I'm going to do an Apollo 11 moon landing site video again. We didn't get close enough, but we started finding where the site was and getting to know a bit about the craters, and I'm researching every day, day and night. Don't worry, I'll share with you guys everything I find. A community member asked me if we were able to get in closer to the Apollo 11 moon landing site. You can be as sure as heck we will. And just the next video, because the next video will be, again, either the whole video, the landing site of Apollo 11, or I'll integrate something else in it. It depends on how good I'll be doing while I'm doing the Apollo 11 zooming in. I really want to get in close, and it's a clear area that I have a lot of footage of. So we should be good for the next video to see another close-up of the Apollo 11 moon landing site. Thanks for the support, everyone.